Bum 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 bum. The Peter Shitshow. Bum 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 bum. Unfortunately, I spoke a little bit too soon when I talked about how good a Monday I was having, and it really goes to show I still struggle with dealing with unexpected events, right? So, for example, I talked about how I have drama with my roommates, but you know what? I get to plan them, and I get to go home and talk to them, and I really liked it when I get to think it through and mull it over. When things really hit me hard is when I plan 10 things to say to my roommate and 10 things that he might respond with and 10 follow-ups, but the 11th thing comes up that I didn't think of, and unfortunately I ran into that today. You see, we have a really nice place for me to photograph my art, and I was just about to photograph all that and upload it to my Facebook Marketplace where I sell a lot of stuff. I unfortunately I filter through a lot of junk mail through my Facebook, but you know what? Just getting people to look at it, talk to me about it, sometimes offer suggestion. That's not bad either. And so I really love advertising here. I haven't sold very much here, but it gives me an idea, and so I took some photographs. This one I took outside of the college, and so this is the adjunct office where I work at, and unfortunately I made a scene earlier today because of some shit show that I ran into. My colleague was using this computer where my Facebook is automatically logged in, and when I went to try and log in here on this other computer, my password wasn't working. And to add insult to injury, I've had my Facebook account for 15 years. And for some reason, I never got around to updating my email addresses and my phone numbers. Facebook doesn't make it very easy to do that either. And I panicked because I realized I had no way to reset my password. All my important photos were in there. Multiple lunar eclipses, the two solar, well, I guess the last solar eclipse I still have on my flash drive, but the one in 2017, that was the first thing that came to my mind when I couldn't log into my Facebook. My photos of various stargazing events and various things, and so I really panicked. It kind of reminds me of there was this one guy who lost $1 billion worth of cryptocurrency, and he's literally digging through the landfill looking for it. I felt kind of like that guy. I'd actually prefer to lose $1 billion of crypto that I didn't even earn to begin with. I'd rather lose that than lose all my photos. I seriously would, right? And so I panicked. And to add insult to injury, when I tried to log on to my college email account, because now I wanted to switch everything to that, I couldn't do that either, and I really panicked. I thought I had gotten fired from my job. You know, I've lost many jobs in my lifetime, and I've also had surprises where things completely disconnected, right? And I've never lost a job by not being able to log into my account. No, I've never been notified of losing a job that way, but I have been ghosted by people, sometimes surprisingly unexpectedly, right? I'll be out with a friend on a Friday night, and by Saturday, they've deleted me on Facebook, and they don't respond to anything at all, right? I've had job interviews that went sideways where one moment they're really excited, or maybe when I'm selling my art, I get ghosted all the time there, right? People, I want to pay $2,000, come meet me tomorrow. And the next thing I know, their Facebook isn't working, or maybe that's a scam then when that happens, but you get the idea, right? So the idea of all of a sudden my email not working terrifies the living shits out of me, right? And now I'm in full-blown panic mode, and my colleague is wondering if I'm okay. And to his credit, he lets me use some. He gets up from his computer because I told him that, it's funny because I cannot remember my password when I'm sitting in front. Sometimes I run into this a bit. You get so fixated on entering your password into a certain device. You buy a new laptop computer or a new cell phone, all of a sudden you lose the context of the memory in which your password sits in. Right? I don't know if that made sense. So he gets up, and finally we discover, and when I discovered it, I almost wanted to kill myself. How stupid! It wasn't my password at all. It was the keyboard. Certain keys on here were typing other letters that we didn't think they were. And that's why both my Facebook password and my college email password didn't work. And after I figured all of this out, I decided that's it. I'm biting the bullet and updating my phone number and my email on the Facebook account before I really, really forget my password. And that's why I don't like cryptocurrency, right? Bismuth doesn't need a password, although sometimes I have a tendency to misplace it, right? I guess that's the equivalent of losing your password, right? Anyway, all right. A little bit of a shit show today, and a life lesson on procrastinating, right? I procrastinated changing my email and password on my Facebook account for many years, right? It was still showing my email from RIT. I graduated from there 11 years ago, and I never bothered. This is the Peter Shitshow. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Shitshow. Bum 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 bum.